Hello everybody, I'm Fionuala and I am at Cottage Gardens of Petaluma today. So excited to show you what's new this week towards the end of March. There's so much to look at. There's so many things just exploding with blooms and fragrances. But I figured I'd start right here with the jasmine because, oh my goodness, this seems to be the year of jasmine. This particular jasmine is called Jasminium polyanthemum, billions of blooms. It's also called pink-budded jasmine because the buds are pink. Kind of makes sense, right? And then they open up to these gorgeous whites. So I just had to start here because they're practically blinding in their brilliance and they are just so happy with this spring already. But speaking of vines, we're going to take a little trip back up to the Wisteria because I got some amazing varieties in. Let's go. If you saw Wednesday's video, which was all about the beautiful wisteria I saw down in Filoli and our gorgeous wisteria walk here at Petaluma Cottage Gardens, you're going to know I am really obsessed with wisteria. So I brought in some amazing varieties, which you can find here at Cottage, really close to that wisteria walk. So I get my wisteria from a couple of different sources and pretty much pull every available wisteria that I know is going to do well around here. There is Longissima alba, which we saw last week at Filoli. Big, long, white clusters of gorgeous fragrance blooms. I've got this one. It's a Japanese wisteria, royal purple, which is super stunning. And as you can see, it's exploding with buds, not quite blooming yet. There are pink ones. There are, this whole series of Grand Diva Jessie. It's a gorgeous double. I actually have one of those up in the wisteria walk, and it is far more stunning than I ever thought it could be. Incredibly vigorous, really beautiful, but it's a great time to get a wisteria. I got a lot of these from a place in Oregon that verify the flower colors before shipping it off to me, because as you can see, they haven't bloomed yet, and sometimes there are surprises. Sometimes you're taking home what you think is a purple and it blooms in pink, or sometimes you think you're getting a pink and it's really dark purple or even a white. These guys are verified, so you're really safe to get any of these ones. I've had some trouble in the past with different companies, but honestly, there isn't a single wisteria that I don't like, so it always works out one way or the other. So let's go see what else is happening at Cottage Gardens. The first of the roses are blooming. Let's go. All right, last time I was telling you when we were looking at the roses that Secret had a bud on it and it was about to bloom. Well, that particular plant sold since, so I can't go back and visit it, but I really wanted to show you this. This is a fetida rose called Austrian Copper. Really old variety. Absolutely stunning. It's a single. It makes this very big, large, rambling, arching shrub. The bloom, they say it's small, but it's not that small. And it's such a gorgeous, deep, coppery red on the upside of the petals with a reverse of a much paler orange, and then absolutely stunning little cluster of petals in the middle. So the roses are starting to bloom. The rugosas are blooming, the fetidas are blooming, some of the little minis are blooming. Some of the others are blooming too, but I have so many other things to show you at Cottage right now. We will leave the roses to another day. So what's happening in the 4-inch department? The perennials that I'm super excited about right now are the dianthus, the little pinks, the carnations. What I love about them is they come in a whole bunch of different forms and shapes, and some of them are a little grassier than others, the foliage, but all of them have the prettiest little blooms with the best clove-like fragrance. So there's a lot of different dianthus to choose from. They're great at the front of a border. Some of the larger ones are great in the middle of the border. This little guy is obviously a front of the border one. Some look exactly like carnations, some grow up tall, but this is dianthus time of year, and that's my favorite pick in the 4-inch department here at Cottage. However, I gotta show you some petunias. They are thrilled to bits with this spring that we've been having, absolutely thrilled to bits. I have so many petunias. that are just making me so happy. The stripy ones are kind of circusy, but they just put a smile on your face. And mass plant these and you'll just be smiling nonstop, morning, noon, and night. But I got to show you, this is actually my favorite one. You can have favorites among the flower families. I just love the color of this one. The pink is kind of muddy, and it is a pechoa. And look at this, look at the color on it. There's a subtlety, which is rare in petunias, and it's got like golden throat and a beautiful dusky pink outer. And I absolutely love this one. I've already planted 6 or 7 in my own garden. It's called Super Cal Sunray because of the golden center that's like rays of sunshine coming out. But apart from that, the bacopas are thrilled, the lobelias, the bidens, verbenas are coming out. Every single one of these guys are loving this weather. In the vegetable department, the weather has changed. We're still in a spot where you can plant some peas if you live in a cooler area, but really, most of us should be planting beans by now, and other sunny crops like corn, beans. The tomatoes are like so close to being safe to go in the ground. Eggplants, peppers. You can still do all the greens that you want to do, but it's time to seriously think about your summer gardens. We've had amazing weather this year. Zone 9B, we're incredibly lucky. Our last average frost date is generally middle of April. That is not happening this year. I am really confident saying that. You can plant your plants, your summer veggies, but be ready to protect them just in case I'm wrong. Tomato lovers, we started out with a handful of varieties a couple of weeks back. Now that the weather is so fabulous, I have over 75 varieties available today, but with a rotation of over 250 varieties of tomatoes coming and going, you have so many to choose from. You're going to find a tomato that you absolutely love. And peppers, you can start planting your peppers right now too. We've got over 70 varieties of peppers. Not all are available every single day of the week, but there's some really excellent varieties. Whenever you come in, just ask and we will point you in the right direction. But come on, I want to show you the fruit trees. It's safe to plant citrus now. And of course, it is safe to plant any of your deciduous fruit trees right now too. And it's the perfect time to get them. The weather is still really mellow now that that little heat wave is gone. And there's still so many fabulous varieties to choose from. One of my favorite citruses, because it's so ornamental, is this gorgeously variegated Eureka lemon. Even the actual lemon itself is variegated, which is a fabulous idea. It's stripy, green and yellow stripy. The interior is ever so slightly pink. So yeah, great time to plant your citrus. I want to talk about a couple of California natives that we just got in that I'm super excited about. This one here is flannel bush or Fremontodendron. Look at the intensity of the bloom. Really, really great. Great time to source them, great time to plant them. And then the other one that everybody loves this time of year, Matilaha poppy. Now these guys, nice and big and established, and you can see the little buds are just about to form. The one in my garden's not quite blooming yet, but you can see it's really bulking up to do it. So it's a fabulous time to get them. I couldn't get too far. These Peruvian lilies, this is the time of year to pick one out because these guys live such a long time and they're really easy to take care of, and each one is prettier than the last one. Honestly, they're just so fabulous. And apart from that, there are just so many fabulous summer blooming perennials for you to choose from. Some of them are blooming now, like this beautiful Grace Ward Lithidora. Some are going to bloom in the next month or two. We've got Helianthemum, one of the most drought-tolerant, gorgeous, burnt orange flowers you can possibly grow. Makes a great ground cover. Other Helianthemums too, rock roses, penstemons. Honestly, it's such an exciting time at Cottage. Come on in and find out for yourself, what is it that's getting you all excited? Okay, can't go past the peonies without pausing and looking and checking out the sheer number of buds on these things. Oh wow, look at the buds. Absolutely amazing. They are about to pop. We've got a peony up in the chicken garden of all places that's blooming already. These guys are not too far behind, and it's going to be so exciting once they really start blooming. But I tell you, they have emerged from dormancy, popped up with all this foliage, and produced big giant buds since the last time we took a quick tour through Cottage Gardens. What else is happening? The lilacs are beginning to bloom and be so fragrant. I absolutely love white lilacs. Again, there's hardly any lilacs I don't love, but the fragrance of those is pretty amazing. We're on the way to the clematis though, budded up, about to pop with blooms, and some of them are even blooming. All right, up here in the clematis area, so much is happening. The Montana varieties are blooming. This is a beautiful, beautiful grandiflora that is fragrant, which is fabulous. This one here is Boulevard Samaritan Joe, one of my favorites. And as you can see, it's climbed to the top, it's covered in buds, and it's about to explode into color any day now. But there are buds, there are blooms, there are so many varieties just ready to take off and cover whatever you give it, and then cover it with blooms. So yeah, the clematis area, pretty darn exciting. I couldn't not show you this today. I just got to show you this one. This is Guernsey Cream, which I think is super elegant. It's a really, really healthy, easy plant to grow. One of the easier ones, less fussy. And the blooms are so simple and so elegant. And the stems are quite, when the plant actually matures, the stems can be pretty long, so you can use it as a cut flower. But don't you just love this one? When the plant is big, the actual flower can get about 6 to 8 inches across. It's creamy in color with almost a green blush in the middle, and the anthers and the stamens, they're all very creamy colored too. Very simple, very beautiful, very elegant. And finally, what am I excited about? Foxgloves, digitalis. They are ready to go. You can just see how full they are in their little 4-inch pots. And the magical thing about foxgloves is that you can plant something all innocent looking like this, and the basal rosette's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger this year, and then next year gigantic big stalks of gorgeous blooms are going to appear for you. Now they're super easy to take care of as long as you grow them in the shade, but I have various foxgloves at my garden. I just noticed the other day, from a week ago they were just a little rosette. This week they're up to here. Now I'm pretty sure they're white, that's what I'm remembering, but foxgloves do hybridize in your yard, so whole new colors can come up. What I've got here today is rose colored, purple colors, peach, and I know the white is about to come out of the greenhouses any day now. So yeah, foxglove time, very exciting. Here we are up in the shade area up here. There's a lot of things to show you in here that I'm really, really excited about. Starting with this gorgeous Miss Dawn Redwood, Miss Grace Dawn Redwood. There is something so magical when the foliage starts emerging that I've propped her up right here so that I'm never going to pass her by without noticing the difference. And literally in the last week, all these little leaflets have emerged. Super, super magical. The other magical thing is this, a variegated dogwood. It's going to have white blossoms, but honestly, foliage itself is so pretty, it can do whatever it wants. And then the hydrangeas. We've got this gorgeous crop of really sturdy, hardy, budded up hydrangeas here. It's really, really fun to see how many things are budding up and are going to be spectacular, like in the next couple of weeks. But what's spectacular right now, this is what we're really on the way to see, the azaleas. The azaleas are stunning. Totally, totally popping. Now my favorite one is this white lace, just because I love the elegance and the simplicity and just how the white pops against the dark green foliage. But that one is stunning too. It's really, really cute. This is Ward's Ruby. Ward's Ruby is such a steady, easy to grow azalea, and they can get pretty big and pretty gorgeous. I saw one at Philoli last week. I saw more than one at Philoli. Totally impressive. Don't normally go for hot red flowers like this, but my goodness, I might make the exception for this one. So we've got all sorts of colors of azaleas. The Wisteria's looking beautiful. But look at these azaleas. Some of them are not as subtle as that absolutely fantastic white lace I showed you first, but every single one of them is simply stunning. So there we go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this virtual visit to Cottage Gardens today. If you live close by, come on in, come say hi, come for a wander. If an azalea is in your future, now's the time. If a wisteria, I've got some amazing varieties for you. But if you don't feel like shopping at all, just come on in and wander through this wisteria walk. It is amazing and fragrant and buzzing with bees right now. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I really love comments, by the way. So drop me a comment if you have any questions about anything I talked about today. Tell me what your favorite thing in your local nursery is today, because that'd be kind of cool. I have people all over the country. Everybody's at different stages of their climate too. I love to find out what's going on elsewhere. Find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram. You can always write me an email. The best thing of all though is to drop by and say hi. I absolutely love that. Meantime, I will see you next time, everybody. Get outside, enjoy your gardens. Happy gardening.